Hey, good evening, everyone. Thanks for coming in the room. Appreciate you. Hey, Esther. Thanks for coming in the room. Appreciate you. Listen. All right. So I don't have much time, probably about 20 minutes. So I'm gonna get into the content. Hey, Anita. Thanks for coming in the room. Hi. So my name is Myles-Jenkins. I'm a spirit-led Christian life coach, and I'm here to support women with life, business, and ministry success. Good evening, Sister Anita. Appreciate you. All right, so today I'm going to be talking about values. Hey, Sister Angel, thanks for coming in the room. Appreciate it. How you doing, Chris? Nice to see you all. Such lovely people. Appreciate you. Hey. All right. Thanks for you Facebookers out there. Can't see who you are, but appreciate you for coming in all the same. Today we're going to be talking about values, okay? We're going to talk about values and what type of values is actually dictating your life, is actually dominating your behavior and guiding your life, okay? So we're going to be talking about that, all right? And so we know that values are like a quality, right? You can think of it in terms of traits, things that you desire about yourself. Maybe, being faithful, loyal, committed, those type of traits. But also you can look at values in terms of a principle, a rule. You can think about it in terms of a norm of behavior, okay? A rule, all right? And so values really affects our life. And sometimes we're not aware of them, okay? And so we have various different graduating levels of values. So in other words, you have some that's less important, some that's fairly important, some is very important, and some is like non-negotiable. Not negotiating with this at all. Okay, so you got different various levels of how important a value system is, and you might have a value system that's very integral to everything that you do, very intrinsic, it's very inward, and serves everything that you do, but you're not really conscious. It doesn't come to the forefront of your consciousness as, oh, okay, this is the reason why I'm making this decision. All right. And so sociologists remind us that values, different value systems were raised to actually take them on. All right, from when we're babies to growing up into adults. All right, so we learn our values from our family unit. Hey, thanks for coming in the room. Appreciate you. From our family, and everyone's family is very different. So there's a unique stamp on our family. So from one family to another, you may share the same culture and tradition, but still each family has its own imprint on it. Thanks, Judy, for coming here. Appreciate you. All right. And so you're going to learn. There's a written, unwritten rule from your family based on the likes and dislikes of your parents, and maybe also generational in terms of if they were baby boomers. So depending on what time they were born and raised, there's some values that you actually hold dear. Hey, Vanessa, thanks for coming in. Appreciate you. All right. And then also, depending on the tradition, the culture, depending on what year, if you was a family that immigrated to a different country when that happened, also the political climate. So there's various different factors that will actually affect you being informed to actually hold a value. All right. And so I just wanted to just like put it out there today in terms of your value systems, right? Like what's really important to you, okay? And are you really, really aware of what's important to you? So some of you might say, what's really important to me is my faith, okay? And that might be like a non-negotiable. You're not negotiating with that. True, right, V? Right? It might be your faith. It might be your confidence level. It might be, education is really important for you, and that's a non-negotiable. It might be for you. It might be, I always have to be in the relationship, okay? And so I value having a partner. I value having a partner, and I dare not live without being in a relationship, okay? Even if it's a bad relationship, I need to keep it because I can't live with being on my own. And maybe as you've been raised, maybe your parents always told you it's important to be in a relationship or be in a marriage regardless of how you're being treated, but the marriage is what's really important. over your own feelings, above and beyond how you feel about the relationship, okay, and above how you're being treated, okay, right? Yeah. So you said and your own personality, exactly. So what is really, really important to you? So this is important to figure out. Whilst you're trying to discover who you are and who you are as a person. For me, it's being able to be by myself, true self, and speaking my truth. That is so true. So you said 3 things there, V, yeah? You said for being able to be by myself. And a lot of people have a hard time being by themselves, okay? I remember when I was coming up as a young person in my early 20s, okay, it was nothing for me to just book a hotel random. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if I'll do that now because it seems kind of dangerous, but I didn't, I'm very spontaneous, right? So I remember being like 21 years old, booking a hotel, 2 weeks vacation to Gambia, never been to Gambia, said I'm going, booked it. My sister called me and said, what are you doing? And I said, I'm going to Gambia tomorrow. So she said, book me a ticket, did, and we went. All right. We didn't know anyone. And we did some safaris and stuff like that. So I could be very spontaneous and adventurous, and I don't mind to do it on my own. I was just telling my son this last week. I don't mind to go to a rave on my own. I don't rave now, but I'm just saying back in the day, I felt no way in going to the movies on my own. I felt no way in doing that stuff on my own. It was okay for me to just do it because I just wanted to enjoy those activities. If nobody's there for me, then I'll just get it done, right? So yeah, spending time with yourself is really important. For some people, they just can't do it. And it's just kind of crazy. Yes, I remember in those days. Yeah, right? Fearless. Yeah, you love being with you, Miss Anita? Well, that's good. That's good. See, now the thing is, when you're by yourself, sometimes, and you enjoy your own company so much, sometimes it's hard to be around people. So I don't know if you're like that, but sometimes it can be hard being around people in the sense that you're less tolerant. Okay. And yes, it is. Is that true? Okay. Yes. You're less tolerant to other people. People start irritating you. They annoy you. They get on your nerves, your last nerve, right? Because they do things differently. And you're so used to just being in control. My husband, right? My husband is an only child. He's an only child. And when he starts eating, I always come on his plate and I always eat from his plate, right? And he can't stand it. It drives him crazy. And to me, I'm like, it's no big deal. I'm like, what's the big deal? I was raised in a big family, yeah? It's not a big deal for us to share. It's not a big deal for us to eat from someone's plate. Yes, I get that. It's others are not on the same pat. You have to distance yourself. Well, yeah, people do tend to distance themselves when that would drive you crazy. Miss Anita, that would drive you crazy, right? That's Aaron. He can't take it, but he understands, like, we went to, I'm from West Africa, Ghana. So, right, us, right, the two of you, right? It drives you, two of you crazy. I took him to, Ghana, West Africa, where my people's from. And so when he saw the way they ate and they would sit together and share a bowl together, right? He understood where I was coming from, right? And that's when I got let off, because he had a hard time, even when I was being disrespectful. But he understood that this was something that was ingrained in me. I grew up in it, exactly. It was second nature to me. It was a sign of endearment for people to actually eat together like an only child. Oh, you like an only child too? But so it was like a sign of endearment. And it wasn't until he was in that situation, because they would invite him to eat. They would be like, come eat with us. Whereas he's always used to having his own plate. And my husband takes like an hour to eat a plate because he's so used to being on his own and he likes that company. I just eat for the sake of just eating, but he doesn't eat, and it's like a whole ritual to him or something. I don't know. It's like a time of enjoyment, a time of being yourself. And it's not that way for me. So we both have different value systems, and it took a while for us to understand each other in that respect. And so yeah, that's just really interesting. But those little things, I'm like that. You're like that too? Okay. That's so funny. That's so funny. But So, as we're actually, hey, thanks for coming in the room. But as we're growing and as you're growing into doing the things that God's actually asking you to do, hey, Nelson, God, thanks for coming in the room. It's important to know those things about yourself, because if you don't know those things about yourself, you can easily break rank, break relationship, and that's okay, huh? Right? Break rank, break relationships. And that's not what you want to do. So it's always important. So it's great, Missini, that you're saying you kind of know that's how you are. So it's important to be able to communicate to people up front. This is how I am. And maybe, if you can find a happy medium whilst you're in their company, right? Then that can work, right? Because you always want to be working towards a compromise. That's really important. And I'm talking about these values, and we're talking about a family upbringing, what we like and what we don't like. But if you can also just kind of shift your thinking and think about it in terms of your successes and your failures and what's been driving them. So, if we just think about the only child syndrome, okay, the only child syndrome, where you don't share with people. So if you're in a business, or you're starting your business, or you're in ministry, or just in generally speaking in life, if you're somebody that doesn't know how to share, that doesn't know how to participate, you can see how that would really affect, right, working together in a group. Okay, that would affect the communication, that would affect the flow of things, that would just really affect maybe even the outcome of the project. Okay, it would affect the continuity, the cohesiveness, the dynamics of the group. It can affect so much things on so many different levels. So, and that's just all stems from a value system of, I enjoy being on my own, I enjoy being my own company, and I don't want to have to share information or share my space or my cubicle or just share what I'm doing, and so I'm a very, very private person. Okay. I'm just a really, really private person. Okay. I keep myself to myself and so forth. But because I'm on this journey, okay, I've been totally like broken. I chat all my business day in and day out to you guys, while on live stream for whatever reason, don't know. Okay. Always having to be vulnerable. And this is stuff that I don't do. I just don't do that stuff. But it's important because of the call. It's important because if not, I would not be able to connect with you guys. Unless you're genuinely happy to do so with no regret or resentment. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I've been totally broken in. I mean, like, this is like the new normal for me. This is so like the new normal. There's no looking back. This is just what it is. And this is like, I've come at that comfort zone, right? But if I didn't, then I wouldn't have been able to reach you guys, and you wouldn't have been able to resonate me in such a way where I'm just being authentically me, right? I don't come up here having hang-ups about, what do people think about what I'm saying or doing, or how do I look? I don't come up with these hang-ups. I'm just, did I say it right? Or my ums and ahs. I say that enough times, and I'm not even stressing about it. I'm not even thinking about it. I'm just out here just being myself, and that's it. I'm just out here just trying to serve you guys, and that's just it. I'm not trying to fake it. I'm not trying to pretend. I'm just being who I am. I don't know how else to do any different right now. Okay. And so, so I reveal all that to say, just think about your own lives where the Lord is really trying to take you down a journey. How much of you are you and your value systems is actually causing you to fail and stumble, or how much is it actually helping you to be successful in your next walk? All right. God is always trying to take us somewhere, right? There's always a journey before us, and we always got to make that choice to say whether or not we're going to go or not, or whether we're going to do or not, or whether or not we're going to allow ourselves to be molded or not. Okay. We're in the potter's wheel, and there's a lot of kneading, and there's a lot of lumps that's in the way that has to be smoothed out. There's a refining process. And now William Folby, he has a quote that I love. And I can't remember it word for word. But basically, he does say that once you've been polished, then the world will pay you your worth. once you've been polished, once you've been refined, once you've gone through a process of being mentored or taught or trained or educated, you picked up a degree, got an internship, whatever the situation is, or maybe you finished the apprentice program, whatever it is in terms of your skills, experience. Oh, my mouth is drying up again. Skills, experience. One more thing. Skills, experience. Can't remember. But anyhow, right? Whatever that was. Okay. I love you and the journey you're on. You rock being you. As someone who has known you from day one, this is what I love to see, my peace. Be you, be real, you are. All that and a bag of chips, 100, keeping it 100. Thank you, V. Appreciate you very much. Thank you. Much love to you. Mwah. You're the best. You're the best. Appreciate you. All right. So those are values. I've got like 8 minutes and I've got to be on the call. Right. So those are value systems. So I really want you to think about it. Right. For some individuals, they have a value system that the government is there to support them and to help them. Okay. And so we know what that is. It's all about having a lack of faith, walking in doubt and walking in fear. Okay. And, I'm not calling out no names or pointing fingers at people. But that is thinking very, very small, okay? If you put your life in the hands of government and believe that they're in control and that's your value system, okay, that's not helping you to grow. It really is not helping you to grow. And if that's you, just that you need to just drop that value system. That's not a value system that's going to help you to do big things. It's not going to help you. When the Lord starts telling you to do some stuff, you're going to be talking about you need to consult with what government's doing, and the government's not in control of your life, right? So that's a value system that some people are they uphold, whether or not they know it or not. Okay. And sometimes fear could be your value system. You could base your life off of fear. You could value the fact that you're always afraid, and you pay more attention to being afraid than you do to walking in faith, right? You might not understand something or believe something's going to happen for you, for the greater good, and you're just scared to make that risk, make that change, okay? And instead of paying attention to faith, all your energy, your effort, and your support is going towards fear. Oh, okay. Hey, how's it going? Thanks for coming in here. Appreciate you. All right. So I hope that supports you. Let me just do a quick reset. My name is Myles-Jenkins, and I'm here to support you guys, men and women. I normally say women, but I feel like there's a few men out there too. So I just want to include you All right. Hey, Chris, I'm including you, Chris. That's you. All right. So, for ministry, life, and business success. Okay. So that's me, Myles-Jenkins. And if you want to find a way of connecting with me, I want to let you know that I have a bit.ly, okay, bit.ly/2017 reset coach, and reset coach is all lower caps, all lowercase. What do we say? I always get confused. What do we say here? What do we call it here? Lowercase, upper, what do we call it? We call it lowercase, right? Okay. All right. Sometimes I feel like I speak two different languages and I get caught between the two because I know we say it differently. Oh, yes. Okay. All right. V, you should have said what we say normally. That must have been the American way. Lowercase, we say lowercase. Okay, cool. So connect with me on bit.ly/2017 reset coach. If you are looking for some help and you want to find a way of connecting with me, then surely do that. All right. And that would lead you to my calendar. I should say that would lead you to my calendar. You can book a time to speak with me and we can talk about, some things that you got some challenges with and how I can best help you with those challenges. Okay. All right. I'm really excited because I'm going to be kicking off my course. I'm doing a 12-month course, for those who are interested. Okay, cool. So for those who are interested, I have to give you the bit.ly and I haven't done it yet. So I'm going to put it up for tonight so that you can see what I'm putting out there for the 12-month course. And that's to help women who are actually in transition, who actually are sick and tired. I've been sick and tired. Okay. Those are the kind of people that I want to work with. If you're sick and tired and you want to shift, you want to change, you want to work on your transformation in terms of your mindset. You want to start working on the things God has laid before you, right? We have an advantage. When I say we have an advantage, you have an advantage. God speaks with you. He walks with you. He talks with you. Okay. And yet still, many people have been held back and they're held in bondage, and they can't even follow through with the things that God has asked them to do, is placed in their hearts to do, and they need that support. And so I'm that coach that will support you to get it done. Okay. And so, I have a program that will help build up some actionable steps to actually help you to fulfill those things that you want to do. That way, you're not stuck for the year 2017. I really believe this year is an exciting year. This is like the year. Okay. And so I'm excited to work with you guys. If anything that I say resonates with you and you want to reach out, then certainly do. We can talk about it. Book a time in the calendar. Oh, I forgot to do that, didn't I? I forgot to ask for a share and I asked for a follow. Okay, so hold on a minute. Send me the link, please, for the 12-month course. I'm sick and tired. I've been sick and tired of being stuck. All right, I'll do that then. I'll send you the link. All right, sounds good. Yeah, and that's the thing. Nothing changes until you get to that point of being sick and tired. Okay, and it's horrible to say that. Okay, nobody wants to go through a Jonah experience. Actually, somebody messaged me today about they had a couple of Jonah experiences, is what they said. And that's what kind of shifted them. We don't want to have to go through that, but, pain and pleasure are the most strongest motivations to get us moving. And sometimes that has to happen, or else we don't go anywhere. We don't make that transition. We don't make that movement. Okay. So I really want to support you guys so that you can, you can have a successful, 2017, Jesus stuck in a well. Yeah, nobody wants to be in the belly of the well. No. And it wasn't long after that the book done finished. That he actually, there was no mention of him being given any other assignments. He was angry at God. So, if that's you angry at God for what happened in your life, for what didn't happen in your life, it's time to move on. It's time to move on. It really is time to move on. It's time to just lay it all down, give it all up, and then make that move, make that step, right? Truly, it really is. It's time out for that, okay? Right? You don't want to continue to live like that. Who is it? I think somebody had put it on my Facebook page today. No, I saw it on my feed. Another pastor passed away at the age, I think it was 49 years old. I was like, wow. And they showed a picture of his church and everything. You just never know. And my sister was telling me about somebody, actually 2 people that she knows just recently in the last month. And these are young people. I say young people in their 40s, got children. So we just never know. Oh, thank you, Daniel. Appreciate you. So we just never know. That is very young. I think that's young. That's very young. It is very young. And it's sad. And so we just have to know that we're borrowing air. We're not breathing on our own accord. No, we're not. We're not breathing on our own accord at all. And so we ought to be grateful that we're here. But while we're here to do something. So why not just get on the assignment? Why not? And I get it. Some people are stuck and they don't know how to fulfill it. Because sometimes with your assignment, it does take people to get you there. Sometimes with these assignments, you can't just do it on your own. You can't just be like, well, I'm just going to do this. No, you need the resources of other people. You need working in a mastermind is very beneficial to getting people moving. Having that think tank for other people to be creative and to help you to create a solution for the things that you're working on is extremely beneficial. I wouldn't give it up for the world. I know how important it has been for my life. I know how detrimental it has been because I haven't allowed myself, I didn't give myself permission to be in the space of great people. But this year I have. This year I have given myself that permission, and I'm saying give yourself that permission. Okay. And you don't even have to work with me, but just give yourself permission to do something totally different this year. And I'm pressing upon you to do what the Lord has asked you to do. Okay. Whatever he's asked you to do. Right. I see in here a lot of people of faith, but they're not stepping into faith. Okay, a lot of people of faith, but they're not walking in faith. They don't believe in the faith that they can overcome some things or do some things. Okay, but at least do what God's asking you to do. Okay, because you owe it to him. You owe it to him. You're on borrowed time, and he's looking for an investment. He's looking for an investment. That's why we're still here, because the assignment hasn't been completed yet. Okay, so he trusted you to do it. So he also trusts you to actually reach out to people. If it was a job, if you're trying to maneuver and look for a way of being promoted, you would find a way. But why is it when it comes to the vision that he's given you, you don't see that as value, right? You don't see that as having value, okay? But if it was chasing money or a job, and I think the reason why is because we're familiar and we've been conditioned, and it's a part of our value system to work a 9 to 5. Okay, so you don't have to work hard thinking about, oh God, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do this? You don't have to think hard, because you've been trained the importance of having a job. Okay, so there's nothing hard or difficult about having a job, about changing a job, about being promoted, or even going back to school to get an education. Okay, that's not even, was there something wrong with Facebook? All right. So, there's, we don't find it hard. You might be 45, 49. I see this all day, every day in my job. People willing to go back to school to get a degree or a master's or a second master's or a PhD. And to me, that's a lot of hard work. Okay. That's just a lot of hard work. Okay. I'm in a master's program. Trust me. That's a lot of hard work. I'm not doing it for career wise. Oh, it kept on kind out. Oh goodness. Sorry about that. But I'm not doing education for a job. I'm doing it for my spiritual portfolio. So in other words, as a leader. Okay. So, but a lot of people wouldn't it's a hard transition, but you do it. Why? Because the mind says, hey, Daniel, is to get a job. Okay. But why is it that when it's about your assignment, when it's about your vision, when it's about your ministry, and it's, what steps can you take in order to be successful in your ministry, whether it's in the marketplace, whether it's to be a business owner, whether it's to adopt some children, work hard on yourself than you do on your job. Right. So what you're talking about is self-investment. Okay. And I think that's the lack of value. The lack of value is investing in yourself. Go with your masters. Go. I think you're referring to the master's program. So, oh yes. Okay. Yes. So, we value getting a job. We value getting an education, because those are we've been institutionalized and conditioned to think that way. That's so normal. It's okay. We can get over it. All right. But what we do have a hard problem doing is, like V said, investing in ourselves for the calling. Okay. That seems to be the hardest part. And so sometimes people have to be around you to see the potential in you, and for them to hold you up and say, listen, you better do something with that, because if you don't, I'm coming after you. Right. And that's what happened to, what's his name? Michael Jordan. You rock. It's so important. You invest in yourself. Absolutely. And I've invested heavily in myself this year. All right. Heavily. But Michael Jordan, I believe he was a freshman in high school. And he didn't see himself as a basketball player. He loved playing, but it wasn't his best sport. Baseball was. But one of the coaches discerned that he had great potential. And he went to his parents' house and he said, is it okay if I can pick him up at 5 a.m. every day, because I want to get him ready for sports? And they were like, yeah, sure, you can do that. But Michael Jordan himself didn't understand what the coach saw in him. He didn't. He was a child. He just didn't get it. But the coach had seen it enough times for him to say, I know exactly what I'm looking at. It's not there yet, but I know what I'm looking at. And I'm willing to make the sacrifice to make him to be who he's supposed to be. He don't see it. The parents don't see it. He practices discipline hard. Exactly. But he couldn't even do it on his own. And he did not lead him there on his own. The coach did. Okay, the coach saw it, and the coach held onto his greatness and not his fears. The coach held onto his greatness and not his weakness. Okay, the coach held onto his potential, right? He wasn't looking at his failures, but he was looking at the potential, and he had a vision of where he felt he could go. He then went on to using his contacts, and he took him traveling, and he even lied. He lied and said this boy was ranked. There were some places that you have to be ranked in order to get into some places. And he had traveled with him, right? I don't know, 2 hours away. I don't know, to another state or something. And so he had traveled and he took him to this tournament. And they said to him, oh, is he ranked? What number is he? And he just totally flat out just told a lie because he knew he just needed this boy to be on the court. But like, you hear me, he needed to be qualified by their standards and he wasn't, right? But anyway, he told a little white lie. He got on the court and there it was history. Hi, Dina Marie 23. Thanks for coming in the room. And there it was, history. Okay. At that moment, everybody wanted to know who he was. He was still in school. He wasn't even ranked. He wasn't ranked. Everybody had did their dues and paid their way there. He did, but there was a different system. Okay. And so the coach, took him under his wing and kind of raised him and got him prepared and ready to just kill the game, right? And that's what happened. He killed the game and everyone was after him. Sometimes when somebody believes in more than you believe in yourself. Exactly. And so you've got to be able to put yourself in that environment. You've got to put yourself in that position. If you don't, you won't get the support. You just won't get the support. And you can't blame nobody because you didn't put yourself in that position. Okay. You can't blame nobody. You can't blame nobody. Hey, Chris. You can't blame nobody if you didn't put yourself out there, if you didn't put yourself in the vicinity. And see, and this is the thing with my husband. My husband's only child. He's not about to actually do stuff like that. Okay. Stuff like that is just way out of his comfort zone. Imagine having to surround yourself with cheerleaders. Exactly. Right. It's just like, I don't know. It's a big push for him. Right. That's just what it is. It's just a big push because he's just that value system of I'm a single, not a single person, but I've been raised as an only child is, if you will, so in his DNA, so in his casing, right? You know, like a cocoon, so much a part of how he thinks and feels and does everything that it's like a break-in, right? It's like a total break-in of your identity to do anything different. So that's an example of how your value systems can actually be your successes, or it can actually undermine. It can undermine your future, all right? And so I want you to be thinking about, hey, Nancy, thanks for joining. Appreciate you. I want you to be thinking about those things in your life. What's actually undermining your success right now? What's preventing you from really being successful because of a value system? It's hidden. It hasn't quite gone to the forefront. You don't really pay it too much mind. It's at the back of your mind. What are those things? What are those things that you can think about? Thanks for following, V. Appreciate you. So, think about those things, ponder on those things, and just begin to unravel, and see how it's actually been, doing you no justice whatsoever. And in fact has been killing your dreams. So think about things that's been killing your dreams. Why are your dreams, not being fulfilled? Why are you not breathing life on it? Why are you not speaking life in it? Why is your hands not in it? Why is it that nobody calls you during the course of the day? Say, hey, how's it going? What you doing? What is it you're doing or not doing? Okay. So these things are really important. They're important because I don't want you in the wilderness no more. Okay. There's a wealthy place and you deserve to be there. Fear is a big fear is a big culprit. Is a big culprit in holding people back, putting people in a headlock and a chokehold. Not knowing enough is another one, right? Not knowing enough is another one. Important to think about. Very true. Okay, great. And paralysis. It paralyzes you. Exactly. It can get you It can, yeah, exactly. You get stuck, you get paralyzed, you can't move. You're totally unmovable, unshakable, and you'll just die right there. Can you think about if you're not movable? Okay, if somebody sat in a chair and they were not movable, and that's you, and not movable. If you're not movable, you can't get up, you can't go to the toilet. You know, you're just messing on yourself. You're creating a huge mess because there's no movement. There's no movement, there's no change. Okay, the environment hasn't changed. You've sat in the chair and you're just going to rot and die. Okay, so creating movement, getting up and doing the things that you are afraid of, that you're scared of doing, is a must in the process. It is painful, but if you begin to brainstorm and think of a system, a support system, it can get easier. And so something that when we was talking about the quantum leap, is this idea of reframing. Okay, reframing your words. Okay, words have power, they have creative power, but also just the way that you think of things and process information is really important. For example, you might think something's difficult, like you said, painful. All right, but instead of seeing things as being difficult, what you can see as being different. Okay, if you think of it as being different, it will allow you to think of the growth. I'm sorry, hon, it's difficult, but we can learn a lot. Failure isn't always a bad thing. Exactly. All right, so don't think of things as being painful, but different. Don't think of it as being difficult. You can think of it in terms of it's being a challenge, but with a challenge, all right, that you can brainstorm, get with other like-minded people so that you can get the strategies to overcome. All right, because there is always a solution. There's a solution. Okay, so if you need some help, all right, get to bit.ly/, right? Another Choose Row, you got this, right? /2017 reset coach. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. All right. Because we all need a reset. We all need a recharge, and we all need to be refueled. You is not the only one. At every juncture, post the link, please. Will do. Yes. Think about what you can learn. Exactly. Exactly. If anyone could put it up there, I'll say it again. Is that's bit.ly. Actually, let me put it in here. bit.ly/2017 reset coach, all lowercase, and that's it. There we go. All right, that will take you to my calendar, and you can book a time slot on there. All right, there we go. There we go. Got it. Thank you, Angel. Appreciate you. And I'll put up there for you Facebookers too as well. So feel free to go up there. I really want to get my calendar filled this month of May. Today is the 16th. I've got 14 more days. I want to get it. Yeah, but you forgot the H. And it's all in capitals. That's the word I was looking for. Capitals. We don't say uppercase, lowercase. It's all in capitals. So you want to drop the capitals, V. It's all lowercase. All right. Sorry. No worries. So what I want to say. Okay. So what I want to say is this. Okay. So you wanna book an appointment because got it right. I want to get rid of all my slots for this month of May because I'll be changing my fees. Okay. Here we are on this June. Okay. You don't want to get caught with that. So listen, why don't you just go ahead and just do it? I'm really excited about the program coming out in June. All right. So I've already got one person on the program, and I'm looking forward to having a group of guys and women on the program. Tomorrow I'll do better and put the bit.ly so you can see the program. It's a 12-month program to help people to go from a place of wilderness to a wealthy place, or a place where there's peace, there's wealth. And I can help you also with your finances for those who are interested in developing a business as an author, a speaker, and as a coach as well. Okay. So if you're interested at all, I tell you what, let me do this. Why don't we do this? I'm going to just do this right now. I'm just putting it on I'm just putting it on Facebook right now. But what you want to do is go to my website. It's mercymylesjenkins.com. www.mercymylesjenkins.com. If you just do that, you'll see it. But there's a specific page. It says work with me. You can go on there as well. Oh, okay. Yeah. Can I ask the first steps to becoming a life coach? I'm considering becoming one. Okay. So I would say the first steps is my battery's running out. First steps, sis, is to determine what type of life coach do you want to be? What kind of program do you want to be? Who is it that you want to service? So that would be really important. I think she came off. That would really be important for you to determine. So I'm a spirit-led Christian life coach. Okay, so that's very close to who I am as an individual. I'm not having to change to be something else or be someone else. It's just very congruent of who I am. So it's all one message for me. Okay, and like I said, I'm already doing the master's program for practical ministry. I've so enjoyed listening to you. Okay, thank you. Yes, Dina Marie. And if you're interested in booking a free discovery call, then definitely follow that link too as well. Okay, so listen, I gotta come out of this space, but I so appreciate God. You know what? I missed you guys. I wasn't on yesterday, and I missed you guys. I gave myself a day off. There was just too much that was going on with the kids' family, cooking, and then my call yesterday. Okay, so but I missed you guys. I really do. I feel like, oh my God, like I don't even want to leave you right now. Like. Great, thanks, sweetie. Many blessings to you. You too, Dina Marie. You too. And listen, if you haven't followed me, Dina Marie, go ahead and do that. Okay, sweetie, and I'll follow you back. All right. So listen, I'm out of here. I miss you guys. Oh my God, I'm having like what do they call it? Separation anxiety. All right, let me just come out of here, right? Before I start bawling. All right, I see you guys tomorrow. I'll see you in the morning. God bless. Take care. Peace out, and have a wonderful evening. Take care, guys. Bye. Hello, Marky. You'll have to get the replay because I'm out of this space right now. All right. And if there's anything that I say, Marky, that resonates with you, then go ahead and follow and share. Share on Twitter and Facebook. All right. Okay. God bless and take care. Thanks for the hearts, everyone. Appreciate you. All right. Bye. Okay, Facebookers. I'm out of this space. I appreciate you coming.